Movies that are not for the weak.
Eden Lake is actually one of my favorite movies I've watched this month, but it is definitely messed up and kind of sad. But I wouldn't say it is like one of those movies that are super extreme and it's something you can actually go through, or maybe I'm just too desensitized if we're in the topic of gore and violence. It's about this young couple who goes to a remote wooded lake for a romantic getaway. What's meant to be a day full of love and relaxation is disturbed when a group of teenagers started terrorizing the couple in unimaginable ways, like they go really way too far. That later becomes a fight for survival. And the fact that the main teenage antagonist is played by Jack O'Connell, who is on a good run currently with Sinners and 28 Years Later, is enough reason for you to check this one out. This one probably has one of the coldest and most hopeless endings I've ever seen in a movie. I mean, should I even explain why you shouldn't watch this? I can't believe I watched this the first time when I was just like 9 years old and not a very appropriate time for me to see it. But right now, you can pay me to see this movie again, like ever. I feel like the creators of this franchise were just bored and just thought of the most disgusting shit ever to put in the movie one day, and you know what? Respect. Because even though it's been a long time since I watched this movie, there's still a lot of scenes that it's like tattooed in my head that I just cannot forget. Like, I cannot erase that in my head. And I wish I could. Like, we need to eternal sunshine this brain because of this movie. I won't say much about this movie except for the fact that this has one of the most uncomfortable and triggering SA scenes I've ever seen. A long one too, to a point that I think it's even past 10 minutes, but I could be wrong. So long that I couldn't get through all of it and had to turn off the movie for a while because of how sick I was to my stomach. It is very triggering and it's one of those scenes that I would just hope would leave my head forever. Now, don't attack me, but the reason I have heard of this film is because of that one Ethel Cain song. I'm sorry. But going into this movie, knowing what people are saying about it, I know that I'm in for a sick ride. You know what? It really is. It really is. To be honest, nothing beats Atroz when it comes to the most demented things I've ever seen on film. I'm just not really a fan of these kinds of movies. I see no point in it whatsoever other than shock value. And it couldn't care less when it comes to the telling of these killers' backstories. Like, okay, you're trying to justify why you did this or whatever, but I don't care. And you cannot make me care. I'm sorry. Inside is one of the craziest home invasion movies I've ever seen. It's about this pregnant young woman who's being stalked by a mysterious person who wants nothing out of this night but her baby. The violence in this one is top notch, and there are some deaths that are just mean-spirited and has the best use of practical gore. It is definitely a must-see, and it's only an hour and 23 minutes, so what are you waiting for?